I'm gonna have to take a long break from Appy. The reason why is because of family issues. I should have a nice break. Thanks for showing Forsnick why you should never mess with a man with an axe. I expect a return to mid-October. See you later. October 19th, 2011. Hey guys, I'm back. I should let you all know that there are any rumors regarding my break are false. I didn't see Forensic during the break, which makes my life a whole lot easier. Also, I will try and find all episodes of Appy. Promise. Garism. October 20th, 2011. Today I was going through the flea market when I realized I could possibly find a Appy episode in the VHS section. After a look through the obscure VHS movies, I found a VHS with a rushed label that said, Appy goes to the circus. Since I buy anything Appy related, I bought the tape. After driving home, I got my VHS player and put the tape in. The tape has some pretty bad distortion since it was last recorded. Some parts of the episode have been taped over with an episode of Blue's Clues, and the other parts had very low quality audio and video. Some parts were even replaced with static, but only for a few seconds. The title is the plot of the nutshell. Appy goes to a traveling circus and helps a kid who hurt themselves. The episode starts with Appy buying a ticket to see the Banana Brothers traveling circus. After buying popcorn and a drink, he gets to a seat and the show begins. Unfortunately, half of the scene is replaced with the Blue's Clues episode, and the show scene was pretty bad as always. After the scene, which was now 3 minutes long, it goes to intermission. Appy throws his trash away when he hears a kid crying. He walks over to where the kid is crying and discovers a kid who has hit his head on the bleachers. Appy heals him with using bandages and an ice pack, and the kid thanks him. Then Appy goes to a kid who gets bullied by a bandaged girl. Appy gets closer, and guess who was the bullying kid? Miranda. Miranda then tells Appy that she has a knife on her. Unfortunately, the video gets very, very staticky, but the audio remains intact. I think the last part being staticky helped a lot because I could hear Miranda screaming, Appy laughing, and someone being stabbed. Then it went to the credits. October 31st, 2011. Hello, it's me again, and I'm going to try and answer the well-known questions about Appy. Why does Appy kill kids? Well, to be honest, I might have an answer to the question. You see, when I went to the employee's house where Forensic was at, I wondered, did Forensic kill the employee? Or was Forensic the employee? I think the most likely answer is the latter. Another question arises. Who exactly is Forensic? Well, I could say a few things. It's not Kevin Costo, Blair Myers, or Jim Forrester. Maybe not. The other thing is that I can't really confirm Forensic's identity. You might be saying that the decapitated hand has Forensic's blood on it and his fingerprints. Well, it's not that. Forensic has a prosthetic arm, and I accidentally axed off half of it at where the elbow should be. So what did the last paragraph have to do with the question? Well, Forensic might have edited the episodes to show the horrifying scenes, which it makes sense, because if Forensic is an employee, he would have had access to the props and the tapes. More questions arise. Why did Forensic go crazy? Why are there not a lot of survivors of Appy? How did the studio burn down then? Did Forensic do it? How did Forensic know about the incident that happened in 2001? I have temporarily answers to the questions, and if they can change it, I can get more evidence. 1. This sounds weird. Maybe he's John Wilkinson? So this makes sense. John Wilkinson has schizophrenia, and in some cases, schizophrenia can lead to murder. However, he was chubby, while Forensic was very skinny. However, things can change. 2. Maybe Forensic killed them. Seems plausible, but I can say that the 4 people related to Happy Appy died. Other than the countless amounts of children, Kevin Costo, Blair Mayers, Miranda, and Kevin's wife. I think Forensic might have burned down the studio, for reasons I don't currently know. 4. I am not sure on who did this, but maybe a coincidence that Forensic made a scene where the towers were catching fire because of the plane crash, or maybe it isn't. October 22nd, 2011. Today, Jim Forrester, believe it or not, he is still alive. He told me the names of more people who helped work on Happy Appy, which puts me closer to who Forensic is. At first, the Tristan Drews, the man who designed Happy Appy puppet. After hearing about the string of deaths associated with the people who worked on Happy Appy, Tristan went into hiding, and now goes to a different identity. Then there is John Trisky, the man who created the music for Happy Appy. He was a musician who was specialized in keyboards, synthesizers, and producing songs. After releasing his debut album, Haladigo, which led to this day, is very rare to find, he was called to work on Happy Appy's title theme. Although some parts of the story of how the theme was made are missing, John basically got the 5 kindergarten students and had them sing the Happy Appy lyrics. After that, he made the backing synthesizer track, combined with the 2, and previewed the results to Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon approved of the theme song, and John kept his job, due to Haladigo being a failure to sell. Finally, there's John Wilkinson. Yes, I'm not lying. John Wilkinson actually worked on Happy Appy. He wrote the 3 episodes for the TV series. I swear, I really think Forensic isn't that John Wilkinson, but the fact that his schizophrenic killed people and worked on Happy Appy does not help. October 24th, 2011. Today, one of my friends who worked at the daycare gave me the tape, which had a white sticker label with blue Sharpie that said, Happy Appy, Hospital Doctor. I went home to play the tape, and it started with the famous intro, but it had changed lyrics. It didn't match the tune, Happy Appy helps those kids, Appy app, Appy app, Happy Appy, Appy Appy, Happy Appy Appy. Then it just went to the point of view shot of Happy Appy, running through the hospital for 2.5 minutes, with the choir singing Amazing Grace. Since I knew that what Amazing Grace was about, I was prepared for anything related to death. It then cuts to Happy Appy in his metal stick, doing his death stare for a whole minute. Finally he says, Hey kids, let's go find some children to help. He then runs up to somebody, bags and holding bodies, while a nurse is zipping one up. Happy walks to the nurse and says, Can I help with those people? The nurse says, They're dead. They won't come back. Right before the credits, Happy says something that could be more disturbing than the natural scene. Remember kids, you all shall die one day, and I won't be there to help you. October 25th, 2011. Today I found the torment of one of the part of the true Happy Appy movie. You see, the one I watched was actually fake. The one is actually much more worse. The movie starts up with a different opening. The song, playing the opening of 2001, A Space Odyssey. The logo said, Nick Jr. presents the Happy Appy movie. It started off with the Happy Appy putting a band-aid on a cut on a girl's arm. Today I'm scared, Lily, said Happy. Lily asks why, but Happy just said, he's coming. I wonder who he is. Forensic? When the 7 other kids came in running over in the background, the cops were running over to the playground where Happy and the kids were. They kept yelling at Happy. Then finally one cop said, Stop in the name of the law. I know you murdered Miranda, Tuck and Gina. Happy threw a knife at where his heart should be, and he died. When the cops took out the revolvers, pistols, and flamethrowers and shot and burned, Happy was in tiny melting bits, and the cops left. The kids started to cry. But all of a sudden, bits flew back together and reformed Happy, even more sloppy. Happy then took out a knife and started to chase after Lily in a point of view shot. After 30 seconds, Happy got her and stabbed her to death, and the rest of the kids ran away. Happy got in his van and drove off after the little boy. One of the girls yelled, "Danny, no!" Danny picked up a lit cigarette that fell from the sheriff's mouth and burned Happy's face, leaving a black burn on his left cheek. Happy screams and Danny runs off. Then Happy was chasing Danny in his van. When Danny opened the door and climbed onto the passenger seat and fought Happy, Happy had his knife while Danny had a cop's Colt python. Happy crashed the van into a tree and Danny went out cold, but he didn't die. Happy then left the scene and picked up a stick off of the ground. Then it cuts to Danny waking up and picking up Happy's dropped knife. It ended. I then sent a message to the man who made the torrent if he had part 2. He said yes, and it would be done on the 27th. I guess I'll just have to wait till then. October 27th, 2011. I just finished watching the Happy Appy movie, and it was horrifying. It starts off with Danny running to the junkyard. He hid in a car, and then it cut to a girl in the playground, playing with a tin can. Happy Appy walked up to her, and she screamed, and he stabbed the girl with a stick, then runs off and gets into his van. After driving for a while, he reaches to the junkyard. Happy then gets out of his car and looks around, yelling for Danny. Danny then jumps into the car, and Happy curses, and Danny runs him over, jumping out of his car and pushes him down to the van into a car crusher, and the car crusher crushes Happy and the van. Then a woman comes out of the cockpit, and Danny says, "Thank you, June." June says, "Thank you for telling me and Dad about Happy's rage. I thought it was the end." I was wrong. Another Happy peeks from behind the car and says, "My clone has died for this unholy master. Now I will kill the kids, and I shall lay my eyes upon. Today is a day, but after there shall be the day filled with fear, hate, and revenge. I shall come again and murder until I'm lifeless on the ground or on a rope." Then the credits start, and I can only make out these credits. Director Frederick Grotti, Happy Blair Myers, Danny Ray Boletta. And the good thing is that I might know who Forensic is, or at least closer to. October 31st, 2011. Happy Halloween. Today I got a gift in the mail, and it was a note saying, "To Mr. Vadelsville, I have heard about you researching on a show called Happy Appy. During the recent investigation of Kevin Costo's house, I found an incomplete journal that seems to be related to Happy Appy. I hope it will aid you on your quest to unlocking Happy Appy. Sincerely, Officer Newport." I decided to open the package, and it was a 70-page notebook. Yet, most of the pages were torn out. Here are the entries in chronicle order. February 12th, 1999. Just got a job in Nickelodeon. I've been put together on a project that is still being discussed as I write this. I hope to write more soon. Kevin Costo. February 25th, 1999. I have been put out of the project to work on Rugrats. The plot of the show was called The Attack of the Killer Apples. It was a ripoff of the movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, but no one liked the idea, including me. March 1st, 1999. Guess what? I've heard that the show is going to see a new light of day. The man is going to help produce the show. Keith Blue made a claymation commercial for Noggin after being one of the most successful things they did so far, as he was being asked to do a show in the claymation commercials. March 11th, 1999. I heard we're filming out at the old stage where Double Dare was being filmed. March 23rd, 1999. I just want to leave the project right now. You see, today, I was eating lunch when I saw some sick person dragging Happy's voice actor, Blair Mayers, who is in his late teens. He had a pretty deep voice, and we started filming tests like Happy in his van, practicing this. The guy who dragged Blair shouted in action. A weird country song started playing in the radio of the van. I shouted to the guy who shouted action and dragged Blair. "What the hell did you just do, Blair?" He just jumped off the coffee table. The rest of the page and every page except from this one have been torn off. January 2nd, 2011. I just remembered two things about Happy Appy. Its original air dates and some facts. The air dates were Nick Jr., April 26, 1999, June 3rd, 1999, Pre-TV UK channel, May 16th, 1999, March 31st, 2000, Brazil. I don't know where in Brazil. November 30th, 1999 to February 1st of 2000. The facts are: Happy Appy had a scrapped DVD released. 2. The director was tall and mid-weight. 3. He went by the name Freddy. This is all I know about the show.